Welcome to Real Bass Lessons. I'm excited to be here with you today. This is my 100th recorded video for Real Bass Lessons. Woo, fired up. Don't plan to stop soon. Today, I thought I'd teach you a little Motown / R&B lick. I sort of lump Motown and R&B together. And the lick we're going to learn today, in the practice procedures we're going to learn, is out of this book here. It's this new R&B bass book that I've done. Now, I'm not going to really teach you a song, something sort of complicated and hip. No, we're going to learn how to practice a little bit. This is out of the chapter where there's a bunch of rhythms, and then I talk about and show you how to use those rhythms and start to work with them to become more solid. We're going to take this rhythmic phrase, and then we're going to expand on it. We're going to develop it. We're going to improvise with it. Okay? If you if you say, well, this is just too simple, well, you're just not doing it enough to make it groove. When it grooves really solid, there's nothing too simple. Here's my basic rhythm we're going to start with, okay? And you don't need to be worried about reading or anything. Just listen and imitate. Here we go. 3, 4. Cool. Now, I know this is easy. Everybody can just do rhythms, imitate them and sing them right back. When we start adding pitches and when it gets challenging. Get your bass out. Let's do that one more time. Let's get this thing solid. Ready? 2, 3, 4. Sure, I'm sure you've got that now. Now let's start by adding some of the iconic pitches to this iconic rhythm that are found in all sorts of Motown and R&B. And let's do the most common one, which is probably just root and fifth octave. Root, fifth, octave. Let's do something like this. Cool. Very quickly, I'm going to start using those little muted notes so it sounds like this. Here, let's hit them with a little drum machine here. Yeah, come on now. Oh, baby, come on. Go here now. There we go. Let's get it going with this little groove, and I'll start with just the root, and then we'll add those pitches. 1, 2, root only. Let's add our fifth and our octave. Play along. If you say, what's the value of this, or Jim, I already know this, man, then you already know all the great language, right? Folks, we need to listen to the R&B language, identify the as I mentioned, the iconic rhythms and the pitches, and then work with them. Turn them into little exercise, little etudes. Let's start right now by doing that on this A, and then we'll go up and do it on D. One measure of each. Listen and then jump in and play with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got the idea? Now, we want to take it around the cycle of fourths. I'm going to put my little Motown mutes in here now, just so I can get a little bit of that more thumpy kind of a deep, dark presence. What happens here with this mute, and a lot of people use them, some people don't, is they make it sort of more thumpier, they deaden the sound, but they also deaden the upper partials, and we tend to hear more of just the fundamental. Makes it a little bit fatter. Let's listen to that. Oh, I love that. Good, let's do that a little bit in those two chords over and over again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's take that lick, let's take it all the way around the cycle of fourths. 2, 3, 4. Back to where we started. Now I wasn't real solid on that. Most of it was all right, but there were little inconsistencies, and you want to be able to do it to where it's just perfect. Let's do it again. Get your bass and play with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wrong key. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. You got the idea? Get my little play along back here. Oh, come on back. There we go. Now, you want to work around, obviously, all those different keys. It feels different. And again, you noticed I wasn't real solid. By the way, I was better than the time before. I bet you if I did it about 10 times in a row, nonstop, I'd get real solid at it. And you can too. It's not enough to say, yeah, I understand playing in good time. Yeah, Jim, I can play in good time. That's just not enough. You need to do it over and over and over to stay in shape. Simple as that. Physical shape, man, with the fingers to get it smooth, get it flowing. And it's, sometimes it's a matter of just warming up, but really with these kind of rhythms, these tick-it-donk, these 16ths, it's a matter of just doing them a bunch, okay? Let's make our lick just I don't know, call it hipper, but let's change the pitch just a touch. How about this? Use the same rhythm, but we change the pitch. Here was our rhythm before. Now it's... Sure, classic R&B and Motown language. Let's try that. Let's just vamp on the one chord, and then I'll say round the cycle, and we'll take off going around, okay? 1, 2, on A. 1, 2, 3, 4. Start the cycle right here. Next. Cool. Got the idea? Let's do it again. I like that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Killer. Now this is a kind of practice that will create a strength, an endurance, in your hands, and it'll just, you'll get stronger. Simple as that. And the goal is to play 2 or 3 or 4 minutes of a nice R&B groove without the time lagging. No, we don't want like, I was good for a little bit. It's got to be perfect and solid all the time. So we need to work out our rhythm, and then need to add and work out our pitches. Let's see if we can get another pitch set in that same rhythm. Here's our rhythm again. How about No, I don't like that. Let's see. No. Oh, I like that. Same rhythm. Now we got some pitch. Good. We'll do it on A a little bit, then we'll go around the cycle just like before. Here we go. 2, play with me. There it is. I keep screwing it up. Let's get it right. Let's get it right here. No? There it is. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here starts the cycle. Got the idea? Now let's try something that's pretty darn hard, but this is great practice. Let's go around the cycle with just root only, and then around the cycle with our first pitches added, second pitches, third pitches. Okay, so we've got 4 phrases, and let's do that in a row. That's going to be 4 times around the all cycle. So it takes some memory, it takes some relaxation, and it takes some consistency. Let's try that. Here we go. Right on it with roots only. 1, 2, ready, play. Second lick. Cycle. Third one. Let me get it. What is? I got it. There it is. Cycle. Fourth lick. Cycle. Now. That's a mouthful, huh? Yeah, it takes some thinking, but more than that, it takes some repetition. If you'll just take the iconic rhythms found in Motown and R&B, work out those rhythms where then you can add, let's say, improvise your own pitches, and it sounds cool.